Hello and welcome.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Welcome to your noon broadcast.
Yeah, welcome to 10 to 13 Fidget Spinners.
Exactly. I'm going to write that as well in a banner so people aren't confused.
What is this?
Fidget spinners.
Fidget Spinners, Fortnite,
Yeah.
and...
Oh, God. Fidget spinners.
Yay!
Okay. So welcome.
Welcome.
If you do not know either of us, my name's Alex. I come from the countryside down in beautiful Devon in the southwest of England. And I live in Bologna. I've been living in Bologna for the last 5 years now. And to my...
There we go. Right. To your
this
right.
This is left for me.
Yeah, I know, but it's right on the screen.
To my screen right,
yeah,
we have...
I'm Kate. I'm originally from the United States of America, specifically from Portland, Oregon, and I live in a small town called San Giovanni in Persiceto, which is just 20 minutes north of the city of Bologna.
Perfect. Very nice. In the countryside. So, okay, we have a very pressing question, a very important question. Exactly. With this, is this a like Trump hand gesture? Sometimes
he does. It is.
He does, doesn't he?
Trump. This is Trump.
Because he pushes.
He pushes with the OK sign.
Yeah, it was big, something like that. It was a big deal. I can't do it, but
very important.
Yeah, with the little So, what trending TV, movies, books, or other cultural things are you currently following?
Yes, let us know. What trending TV, movies, books, or other cultural things are you currently following?
So, we're all following the stay-at-home movement, obviously.
What a fad.
I don't think we'd define that as a fad, really.
No, it's not.
Fad or a trend. Maybe would it be a trend?
I would say the part of it that is a trend would be the hashtag. So the hashtag is the trend. The staying at home part is not the trend. It's the thing we have to do.
Yes. Hashtag stay at home is maybe a trend because so everyone needs to stay at home. That's an obligation for all of us. But it's not necessary for all of us to blog on Instagram, Facebook, etc. what you are doing at home. It's quite nice. So it's a very positive trend, I think. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's not necessary. Yeah. We have... that's an awesome name.
Yeah.
Hi, good morning. I'm Gabriel from Modena. Nice. Yeah. Get your power, shoot the gun 07. That's cool. Tell us more about the YouTube channel.
Yeah. Do you have are you a gamer or do you stream?
Yeah. Tell us. And we have another one from Roberta.
We can say that coronavirus is a fad. Oh, no.
Maybe jokingly after, when everything is finished, maybe as a joke.
Yeah,
maybe like you're pushing it.
Yeah, I would say that that's not going to be a funny joke for a while.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
let's give it 100 years.
This is the British humor kicking in. Roberta from Milan. So, yeah, what is a fad? So, a fad is strictly optional.
Yeah.
So it's not something that everyone does. Otherwise, it would be, what would it be? I guess it's a trend at that time. But again, trends are optional usually. Yeah. Yes, exactly, Roberta. I'm joking. Exactly. You've got good British sense of humor.
Yeah. British humor, we also can call black humor or dark humor. Which means that they joke a lot about very serious things with a straight face.
So the British reaction to any struggle or anything difficult is usually humor.
Mhm.
It's not being disrespectful. It's just a coping mechanism that is ingrained in our society for some reason.
Oops.
We always laugh, always.
It's true.
Always look on the bright side of life, right?
Oh, there we go. Monty Python.
See, it's all over. So fad is usually something optional and temporary.
Yes, truly.
Oh, can you say temporary?
Temporary.
Yeah, these words are the worst in English because the R's are so.
So usually in America we say temporary, but you guys are a bad influence on me. I say temporary.
Temporary. We're just not very good speakers. Okay. Oh, it's my old YouTube channel. I've done some videos until 3 years ago, but now I don't have time because of university, so I'm currently on standby.
You say on standby, yeah.
Yeah, on standby.
Good.
Nice. Really cool.
Mm.
Really, really cool. Good job. Perfect. So today, surprise, surprise, we're not talking fidget spinners. A little fidget spinners. Everything will be clear in a second because we are talking about fads and trends. Okay. So we've defined a fad as something optional and temporary. It comes very, very quickly and strong for maybe a month, 2 months, and then everyone forgets about it.
And then it's gone.
Like that. For example, we have... Yeah, sorry, Kate.
No, go ahead.
Go, Kate.
No, you. So we have some fidget spinners, for example. These plastic objects in the background. That's what you do. Alex is pantomiming.
I don't have any.
Yeah, I had one once. I don't know how I got it. I didn't buy it, but
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It just happened. It wasn't a choice almost.
Yeah, it wasn't. It just sort of, I think I bought something online and they gave me a fidget spinner like with the purchase.
Exactly.
But yes, that's an example. Another example from my childhood were Pokemon cards.
Oh, yeah.
Or Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Exodia. Oh, God. You got to get all of the pieces.
That's right.
Yeah, so a fad usually has some negative connotations as well. So if it's usually something that maybe parents say to their children is a very, very typical thing. So they'll say, no, I'm not going to buy you a fidget spinner because it's a fad. It's something that will be forgotten about in a month, 2 months. So I'm not wasting my money.
Yeah, but children have a very short attention span. And so for them, fads are perfect. They love fads because their interests tend to be just like the fads. Maybe a few months of intense, like focus on something and then they move on.
Definitely. I think Gabriel has some memories with Yu-Gi-Oh as well.
Oh, yes. You've activated my trap card.
Exactly. What was the greed trap card?
Greed. Oh, I can't remember anymore, but I remember the picture, which was this jar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, I can't remember because that was the classic one.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Whereas a trend is usually just describing something that is happening, is continuing. So it doesn't necessarily end. If it's linked with fads, so fads and trends, then it takes on the meaning of fad as well. So something that is maybe popular for a month, 2 months. A pot of greed, there we go. Oh, it's a magic card though.
Oh, it's a magic card.
Thank you, Gabriel.
Yeah. And
my memory is rusty.
We're old. Alex and I are old.
Pot of greed. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. But a trend can also be used to talk about trends in technology, trends in social politics, trends in anything.
Mm-hmm.
So we could describe a trend in technology at the moment that phone screens have progressively been getting bigger and bigger, and that is a trend. Exactly.
It's huge.
Exactly. Yes, Roberta. A trend is something that has a long term. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A longer term, anyway.
Yeah, a longer term.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. It looks like you're very clued up on this. Clued up.
Clued up? Is this like a slang? I want to know.
Oh, you don't know this one?
No, clued up.
Oh, awesome. So phrasal verb, clued up. What it means is that you know a lot about something.
Ooh, you're very clued up on something. Very cool.
Yeah, exactly. You're clued up on something. Exactly.
I'm gonna feel that.
Exactly. I'm letting the phrasal verbs loose. It's 10 to 13.
Let them free.
It's time to get serious with phrasal verbs.
Yeah. It's time to get fired up. We're going to throw down.
Fired up. Oh my God. They're all coming out now.
Yep.
To become fired up, I guess it would be. To become fired up. What does that mean, Kate?
To suddenly have a lot of energy, okay, and enthusiasm for something.
Yeah, energy and enthusiasm. That's nice.
I'm fired up right now in life for Animal Crossing, which is more than certainly a fad, but we love it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's get fired up. Let's rev it up. We've got so many of these. Rev it up, yeah, as well, like with a motorbike. It's basically the same as fired up.
Yeah.
More or less. So we have in this focus these objectives: discussing fads and trends, vocabulary, and comparatives.
All right, so let's check it out. I love how, what fad is this?
That's what I was thinking.
What, did I miss the accordion fad?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think maybe because an accordion, unless you're a Parisian street musician, is usually a fad for most musicians. They buy it, they play nothing but the accordion for a month or two, and then they realize, okay, let's move back to piano. My brother has an accordion.
Did he do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe for that maybe I don't know.
Oh, that's super
maybe
funny. If I ever meet him in real life, he better bring his accordion. That's all I know.
Yeah, he can play it quite well. I mean, he's a good pianist, so picking that up was relatively easy, but it was a bit of a fad. It's something that he wanted short term. He played, and then he moved to Japan, so I guess that's also another factor.
It's the bad too. Oh God.
Wow.
Whoa. Fantastic.
These are some fads. Oh, we also have Iole. I attended the webinar already.
Woohoo!
Fantastic. So you already know everything about fads and trends.
That's right.
That's really good. Tell us more about it. Use your expertise.
Yeah.
Ask us any question.
Also, if you want, let us know in the picture which sweater in the picture is your favorite. I personally prefer the one with the red zigzags. Me
too.
Yeah,
I think the guy with the green ovals is a little bit too Easter bunny.
Yeah. It's it reminds me of Bowser, like, the
Yeah.
Yeah. With the yellow and the orange stripes.
Yeah, that's strange. Just some words, not everything. Oh, okay. Contribute, though. We'd love to have you. We're very happy to have you.
Yes.
So stuck in the past. Stuck in the past. Are you stuck in the past? I don't think I'm stuck in the past.
No, I think I'm very much living in the present. I would say the
Mm,
only thing that I am a little stuck in the past would be I love 80s music, and it's one of the things I love, though, so I wouldn't say I'm stuck, but
okay, so that's a positive thing, I think.
no, not
Sometimes if you stay stuck in the past, it could have negative connotations.
Mhm.
Again, if you're not moving forward with your life, or maybe there are some people who, when a fad starts, they become so obsessed with it that it continues for all of their life. Even when the fad has ended, they just continue. There are
Yeah.
always some casualties.
Some
Like,
casualties.
yeah, so I can imagine that there must be one person in the world, at least, who has a mega collection of fidget spinners and still to this day is obsessed with them.
Oh
I
my
would
God.
not be surprised. There's going to be a fidget spinner museum.
I believe it. I believe it. There'll be a fad museum, I think probably from the early 2000s to 2020. There'll be like all of
Yeah,
these artifacts, all of
yeah,
these,
yeah.
yeah.
What is this? Yeah, exactly. There are lots of strange things.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at the questions today.
Okay.
Kate, can you read 1 and 2?
I sure can. Okay, number one. Do you think the people in the music video are in style? Why or why not? Well, I think we know the answer. Number two, would they fit in with their style today? What would they need to change? Everything.
And 3 and 4, do you think their fashion could come back into style? Why or why not? And how have women's and men's style changed since the video?
Hmm.
Huh.
Hmm.
They've got these ugly Christmas sweater kind of vibes
Yeah. I think,
happening at
yeah.
Christmas, maybe.
Yeah, I would
Because they are popular, like ugly Christmas sweaters.
for the woman. I think maybe that can be a cute style a little bit, but what I find is that sometimes what we do is we take like parts of previous fashions or trends and then we will like incorporate or include them into current fashion. So
Yeah.
like kind of, but yeah, no.
Yeah. She's giving me very strong ABBA
Yeah,
feel.
ABBA vibes. She's the dancing queen.
Yeah, exactly. So looking at the guy with the green overall pattern, he's got a sleeveless sweater as well, which honestly, that
My
hasn't
husband,
been,
my husband wears those.
yeah,
Yes, but in a
I have to
solid
be
color.
careful now.
No, it's okay.
In a solid color, I think it would be fine. That one is very impactful.
That's a
And I
one.
think it isn't helped with the contrast with the light blue shirt underneath. And I think they're both wearing ties.
Yeah, they are.
And
They
that,
are.
honestly, I don't think that particular model will be in fashion ever.
Ever. But I think, he reminds me of the guy from the Happy Feet dance video a little bit. Like this is that guy in the 80s.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What do you think of the guy with the stripes in the back? Do you think?
I have some thoughts. One of those thoughts is that he looks like somebody's uncle from the 80s. Like
He looks like an undercover cop.
That too. It's
Magnum PI.
really, yeah, it's the mustache and the hair. But also I think like this is like, hey, look, this is your Uncle Ron from, our like 1986 Christmas party.
Yeah.
You know?
Ron is a good name for him.
Yeah, Ron. He looks like a Ron.
So Roberta says the people are not modern, but the car is very fashionable.
Fashionable. Good.
Yeah. So I know in Italian you like to say it is very fashion. but
It is fashion.
no,
Yeah.
no, no, fashionable, fashionable. Good
Yeah.
job, Roberta. Brilliant colors in a
Kitsch style. Yeah, you know kitsch.
Nice.
It's
Really
kitsch.
good. Yeah.
Fantastic.
It,
You ought to know
it is very kitschy.
Yeah, but it's too kitschy. Well, okay, but they say that kitsch is okay. I know a lot about this. Kitsch is something that you don't do intentionally. It's like It's like unintentionally intentional. What that means is like you have enough self-awareness to know that you're kitsch, but you are not. That's not your objective. You're just doing. You're trying to be true to yourself, and thus you achieve kitsch with
wow.
authenticity.
It's very meta.
It is.
Very meta. Sola says that I think that the girl hat is still used. Yeah, so
When did you sneak in here?
just now, I think. I'm curious as well because yesterday we talked about scones and she said that she was going to try it. So Sola, did you manage to cook some scones and bake some scones in the end? I'm very curious.
It's really
very curious.
She tries American recipes and British recipes. Sorry.
Oh, she's doing it now. Ooh, exciting.
I'm jealous.
Very exciting.
Give me your scone, Sole. Okay, Iole says, sweaters appear as worn by employees on vacation, not worn by music singers. Employees on vacation, like in the 80s or now? Let us know. Where do they work, Iole?
Yeah, tell us, Iole. Ah, okay. So yeah, I recommend it. So in Italy, we don't have clotted cream, which we use for scones.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Sola. If you don't find clotted cream, you can eat scones with some butter and then some jam on top as well. The cream would be fantastic, but if you can't find it, butter is really nice on top of the scones too. Okay.
Ooh, I'm jealous. I want scones.
They're really good. So the one thing that I was thinking about in this photo is that men's facial hair has come and gone repeatedly over the years.
Yeah.
So if we think of the First World War, I think more Second World War, everyone was clean shaven. Every man was clean shaven, and that was the socially acceptable thing to do. If you had a beard, a mustache, etc., it would be considered maybe dirty, unclean, ungroomed, not what a man should be. But now, everyone sports them. To sport something is a good verb.
Yeah, it is.
To sport something.
Yeah, so
to wear something, to have something.
Yeah,
to wear something. Yeah, to display is a good one. Display something. So this is something that keeps on coming in and out of fashion. I imagine in 20 years' time, it'll probably be clean shaven again.
Thank God.
And we know Kate's opinion.
Okay, hold on. Some facial hair is fine. Yours is fine. But in general, as a trend, certain facial hair, I'm not a fan of. Personally, it's just my opinion, but goatees.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like goatees.
Or a soul patch.
No, a soul patch. No.
Like if you're going to have facial hair, you do the beard, you do everything or nothing. It's all or nothing for me.
Yeah, because I've seen some people who are a little bit more perhaps hipster that have just the mustache.
Oh.
And it's a very bold look now, I think. I think some people can pull it off.
Yeah.
To pull something off.
There we go. More phrasal verbs. The phrasal verbs.
Yeah, to pull something off is to it looks good, or you manage to do something well.
Yeah, I'll say this. So we have an expression which is either you wear the fashion or the fashion wears you. So this idea that you try to achieve a certain like fashionable style, and some people can pull it off, which means they can successfully wear that. Otherwise, no, they look like something is wrong.
Tool.
Yeah, a tool.
That's so maybe you know the word tool from just general tools. So for example, a tool for a photographer is their camera. It's something that they use for their job, right? So a computer in this moment is our tool. But if someone is a tool, it means that they are a slave to something. It's usually like maybe to fashion,
or a fad, yeah.
Yeah, to a fad,
Slave to a trends,
and not in a positive way. It's not because they genuinely want to do something. It's because they see everyone else and they want to copy.
Yeah, they're seeking popularity. They're not seeking self-expression.
Exactly, and they're a tool.
Yeah.
Do not say that directly to someone.
It's rude.
That's very rude. If you say that you are a tool, it's basically saying that you have no personality. It's strong.
Yeah.
But there are quite a lot of tools
in the
with
world.
fads and trends. Yeah. Yep.
Nowadays.
We have solar.
Yeah, so remember, we say nowadays. It's all one word.
Nice.
So, that space
She corrected it.
Oh, fantastic. Good job, Sole. So nowadays, we haven't got. Remember, if we're using British English, we need that second verb, haven't got those colorful sweaters.
Or if you're using American, you can do the don't have.
Are we trading places? It was like...
Yeah, I guess. I don't know why I've been explaining to my students that technically haven't, like logically speaking, is correct, logically. But in reality, we always need two words. So either haven't got or don't have.
Yeah.
Okay, we need this sound. Otherwise, it sounds wrong. It sounds empty to us.
Yeah, I love that nowadays there's more freedom. I agree. It's not so rigid. So, for example, one very popular thing in Portland is to wear vintage clothing. And so you might see somebody wearing these sweaters.
Yeah.
Your opinion?
I don't think they would be out of place in a jazz bar.
No. Oh, God.
It would be very hot, though, if they were the performing musicians. Oh, God, I've just seen the guy with the stripy sweater. He's actually got a bow tie.
Oh my God, he does, and it's it's gingham. You can see that it's a gingham, like a beige.
God. Yeah.
Bow tie.
Oh wow.
Well,
That's
the doctor
cold.
said bow ties are cool, but then again, the doctor said that's cool. So
exactly. Unfortunate. Yeah. Everything. Lots of things are fads. If they're not necessary, then they can become a fad. Lots of things. Like I was thinking, so fidget spinners are a very obvious fad. I remember, I think 5-6 years ago, they were really pushing 3D televisions, which are, it's a shame. Like they keep on trying. Do you have a 3D television?
No, I'm laughing because of something I remember, an experience with a 3D television that was just like.
That's the thing. They push every now and again. Technology obviously wants to sell things. The market works like that. People sell things and people buy, and that's how it works.
Really?
What? Yeah. Surprise. So lots of tech companies invent things and they say, you need this, and usually it's not necessary.
No. Iole says, in the famous exhibitions, singers and musicians pinpoint also their fashion styles. Pinpoint, so like to specify. So maybe in this case, in famous performances, we would say, singers or musicians, you could say display their fashion styles, maybe. Or pinpoint or specify. I'm not sure. It depends on what you mean.
Show off, maybe.
Show off, yeah, good. Release the phrasal verbs.
Their fashion styles.
Yeah, show off.
Maybe, is it performances? It could be performances, or maybe she's thinking of like red carpet gala events.
Oh, but that's still not really an exhibition. To say
No, it isn't.
Events, like
exhibition. Exhibition usually is, we use it for museums. Usually, if you say that a person is exhibiting themselves, then that's very different. It's very, very different. So I would be very careful, because if you exhibit yourself, then you're basically naked in front of people in the public. So be careful with using exhibition and people. Okay.
Yes. Wow.
I had Lady Godiva.
Of course.
So the famous lady who exhibited herself in a square on the back of a horse in England to protest for women's rights. Her
hair was covering, you know.
Exactly. She was one of my family friends' ancestors. It was really cool. He had a family tree, and it went all the way back to the Knights of the Round Table.
What?
Serious?
That's
serious.
Wild.
So he had one knight from the Round Table, supposedly.
Okay.
One conspirator of the gunpowder plot.
Oh wow!
And Lady Godiva.
Whoa!
All in the same family tree.
Rebels.
Really cool. Really cool. Okay. So maybe we would say events, in their famous performances, events. Let us know, Iole, if that's correct.
If what you were thinking.
Okay.
Wow.
Hip.
Being hip. What does it mean to be hip? Would you say that I'm very hip, Alex?
No, because I'm not 60. I wouldn't personally say that. Like, okay. Oh, you're really hip. You're real hip.
Buddy.
Words can be fads as well, right?
Yeah,
they can, thinking about it. Would you say hip? Like, I would say that you're a cool person, Kate, but I wouldn't say that you're hip, because
I use it like sarcastically or facetiously. Okay. So I'll say like, wow, I'm really hip with the kids, yeehaw. Hello, fellow gamers. But I am not like I would never say it with like as a serious compliment or anything.
Okay, yeah. Exactly. So hip is a little, when we have a word that is maybe a little old, we say that the word is outdated.
Well done.
So a word, can it be something as well? No, it's usually language, isn't it?
Yeah.
So even programming languages could be outdated.
Yep.
Technologies can be outdated. A word, technology that is old/obsolete.
Well done.
More or less. So hip in this sense is a little outdated, I think.
Yeah.
Sarcastically, yeah, fine. You use them.
That's right.
Oh, we have outdated even.
Yeah, I was like wondering. I was like, that's vocabulary.
I think it's because I read it and it must have been into my psyche. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Perfect, Yola.
Not modern. Well done. Good.
Really good.
Okay, what about to catch on? So number one, the return. No, not the return. Yeah. To catch on. So for example, one thing that is really catching on right now, can we think of it? Something that's catching on at the moment. Zoom is really catching on. Yeah. It's becoming it's trendy. I almost gave the definition.
Okay. It's difficult not to give the definition, I know. It's very difficult. So tell us in the comments what catch on is. In the meantime, to fit in, I I remember when I was young, like very young in the playground, I tried my best to fit in.
Did you?
Yeah, my parents didn't let me watch a lot of TV. So only things that were educational, definitely not cartoons or anything like that. They preferred that I read. But on the playground, all of my friends would talk about the latest episode, and I had to I had to try and catch up with everything, have all of the characters in my head, and basically, what is it called? Wing it. Yeah. Wing my way through everything, pretending that I had watched it so that I could fit in. Because otherwise they were obsessed. They didn't talk about anything else. I couldn't just turn up and say, oh, I read a book yesterday. Have you read the book? It's not a book club. It was a TV show kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I tried to fit in when this is primary school more than anything.
So,
after that, I don't really care. Yeah, 7, definitely.
Wow.
We have some.
And then afterwards, you just stopped caring in general. Okay, number 2.
Yeah, no.
Catch on, very fashionable in the moment. No, well, yeah, it's to become popular. To become
popular.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so imagine that, for example, when we talk about a trend, it is something that is catching on at the start.
Exactly. Perfect. So that's to catch on.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I can talk about my experiences trying to fit in. I will say I am very unsuccessful in general.
I think it gets to the point where I think people know that you are trying to fit in, and therefore it has the opposite effect.
It does. So you just have to kind of disengage and stop caring. So it's
not necessarily disengaging. It's being a little bit more. I am me. I do what I want, and I'm fine with that.
Teach me, Alex. Like, you really are the master of not caring about how.
I care about certain things, but like, I don't try to be someone. It's a lot of wasted time and energy, I think. When inside, like, you're basically fighting yourself at that point.
Get in the box. Get in the box.
Don't try and fit in. Be yourself. And if people really are not, like, they actually work with you, then they will appreciate you for what you are, and you'll fit in that way, not by forcing. Okay, that was a very what is this? Psychology 101.
It's therapy.
Yeah.
Okay. So to fit in, and then we have
nice.
Yes, good.
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Very good Sole as well. Yeah.
Good.
Exactly.
And then we have to come back. Good job, Iole. Perfect. Good job. The cat has let himself in this time.
Has he come back?
Yes, he has returned.
Good. If you want to change your style, what would it be? In regards to fitting in?
Or just in general? Do you mean like fashion?
Yeah.
I would probably change my style to, I just need more color in my wardrobe, really. So I would buy more colorful things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you want to change your style, then it's just you. I feel that a lot of people are pressured into changing style just because of trends, fads, fashion, social pressure, etc. But you do you.
Yeah, you do you. Wear what you think looks good on you and what you feel comfortable in.
Exactly. It's interesting because I think now more than ever, it's a little bit more socially acceptable to be who you are. So if we think of things like tattoos, 20 years ago, they were still relatively, like, they weren't really socially accepted at maybe higher professions. But now I feel that they're acceptable, aren't they?
Yeah, it depends. I think that there are obviously going to be some companies that are more progressive
Sure,
than others,
sure,
but
sure.
in general, yeah, it's the culture is changing. Um,
Exactly.
good.
Okay, so for example, I would wear like sportswear and I have a lot of tattoos, but I'm afraid.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
GPTs.
Again, it's what Kate said. Some different companies have different opinions on different things.
Yeah.
It's difficult. I know. I think everything is becoming more accepted.
Hmm.
Um, but
Yeah.
again, remember that businesses have been around since the 50s, 60s. They They're maybe old school.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't want to generalize too much because every
No.
single person is different. But I
Mm,
will say that for a lot of people, if you think of it like you're worried about the consequences of getting a tattoo, like maybe you won't be able to get the job that you are looking for. Usually, the kind of environment you will do well in probably will be okay with something like a tattoo.
yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you wouldn't be so happy in a place that had that stigma, even if you didn't have a tattoo. So maybe it's best to just do what makes you happy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You do you, Sola.
Yeah, you do you.
Find
Therapy.
your path. So I think we had the other
Yeah,
answer. So in style, popular,
exactly.
fashionable, perfect, and
Good.
Yola, very
Yeah, it's good.
fashionable.
It's good. It's
Nice,
good. Perfect. Yeah.
very good.
So
And we
yeah,
already talked about the difference between a fad and a trend at the beginning.
we did. Ooh.
So we have
I,
Gabriel. Yeah,
yeah.
sorry, Kate.
No, no. Sorry, Alex. You
Go,
go.
Kate.
Okay, fine. I have a tattoo, but it's hidden because it's on my back. You need an
Okay,
object pronoun. It is. It is on my back.
on my
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
It's strange as well because I mean it's the social pressures. It's not any one individual that says this is okay or this is not okay,
Mm-hmm.
but it's society,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's difficult, isn't it? Like before we were talking about men's facial hair. Now it's basically accepted that men can grow facial hair.
Yeah.
But if we think of other social constructs, um, is it okay for females to grow any kind of hair? Society would say no, but the individual can choose, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
Ooh,
I think this needs to improve in the future.
I agree. I agree. 100%.
Ah.
Oh, go ahead and read for me, Alex.
I read an article about a nurse with more than 500 tattoos that she
Wow.
is trying to change people's minds.
People's minds.
Yeah,
Wow.
people's
Yeah,
minds.
absolutely. That's really cool.
Hmm.
Good for her, especially since I think the first, okay, there are always like these people who sort of lead the change in like in the cultural sense. And it's always most difficult, I think, for them, right? Because they encounter a lot of resistance.
Yeah.
So she's doing something pretty brave and cool, I think.
Definitely. I read another article where, so in Japan, tattoos are considered a sign of Yakuza, so
Yeah.
the mafia of Japan. But seeing as that they were preparing for the Tokyo Olympics and they were going to have a lot of foreigners coming
Yeah.
who have tattoos,
Yeah.
they said that they needed to be more accepting of it than
Yeah.
they usually are. Typically in Japan, if you have a tattoo, you cannot go to an
The
onsen.
onsen. The
Yeah,
onsen.
exactly. So you can't go to the baths if you have a tattoo. But of course, tourists from another culture, another country, don't have these inhibitions.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see how the world reacts
Yeah.
to these things.
A lot of foreigners will go to the onsen, I think, like around midnight. Um, and if they have a tattoo, and it's okay. I think there are a lot of like native Japanese people who sort of look the other way because they know that the rule was specifically to make sure Yakuza didn't go and like take over the onsens. So it wasn't really intended for foreigners in the first place. It was sort of like,
It's interesting. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
We have some questions too. These are amazing.
I love this.
We have some questions to finish off the last 5 minutes that we have. In vogue as well. So we had on trend, in vogue, very similar, very similar. What are they? Is this a designer party kind of catwalk thing going on?
Yeah, I think so. So I think they're trying to do they're trying to steal from like Harlem ball culture, just quiet, but it looks like a disaster, of course.
Yeah, they're all like gremlins.
Yeah, they are.
It's really
like
funny.
Rutger Hauer on the left wearing Peter Pan tights.
Yeah, it was a fantastic image.
I love it.
Okay, so we've been talking a little bit about question 1. What would you say is on trend at the moment? But please talk more about it. Did it catch on fast or did it slowly become popular?
Yeah. Number 2, has there been something that has come back into style recently? How did it become popular again? Oh,
that's really good. Cringe
culture. There we go. These look very trendy.
Yeah, they look like they're very trendy.
Yole also has some British humor, I see.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay. Then we have number 3. If you had a friend whose style was outdated, would you tell them? If they asked you if they were in style, what would you say? Lol. And number 4.
And number 4, what is an example of a trend or fad that you participated in from the past? Are there any trends you hope never come back?
Yeah, I'll tell you one. So I really, my mom, for a very long time, like until I was 16 years old, had the bangs, the fringe that was curled on top and then curled on the bottom. So like split into two and curled up and curled up. I hope that never returns.
Wow.
Be gone.
Wow. You know what? Something that is making a comeback?
I'm scared.
I've seen a lot of mullets.
Business in the front, party in the back.
Exactly. Exactly. They've come back, especially in the arts community.
Why?
I don't know. It's like a statement.
Oh, what is it saying?
I think they do it ironically at the beginning, but then they're like, "Oh, I like this."
No.
It's strange. It's strange.
Number 1, I think. So you would you'd switch the word order. So you would say, I think the pouch is on trend. You mean like the fanny pack?
Or bum bag as well.
Yeah.
We say that too. Yeah.
Love it.
Well, I think people say like kangaroo pouch as well.
That's cute.
But that's a cute one. Yeah, they're becoming more popular, I think. There was a period definitely in the 90s where no one wore them.
Everybody wore them.
Yeah.
Number 1, the role of influencers is on trend. Fantastic, Roberta.
Really good, Roberta.
Really,
really good. Really cool. I'm trying to think of something that I hope never comes back. It's difficult though.
You know what I like that has come back? Bell bottoms. Love a good bell bottom. Yeah.
They're good as well. Yeah.
I like them.
We've got a final minute, so if you have any questions, please ask us now. If not, we have My English School SOS page on Facebook where you can ask any question. We've got a lot of teachers there at the moment, I think.
Yeah.
Because everyone's at home.
Yeah.
So we're very, very, very available. I think that not going out is on trend.
Yeah. At the moment, it sure is.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Sole pouch, feel clothes as well.
Yeah. Supreme is super on trend as well.
Supreme is, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
So guys, thank you so much. Yeah, again, hit the like button on our mYes SOS English Facebook page, and
Yeah, smash that like button. Enjoy. Oh, and one more thing from Iola. I wore in the past, I am old. No, you're not old.
You're not old.
Old. It's just a number. In my forehead, on my forehead, a sheet of leather, caught from the style of a famous American singer.
Fantastic. Can you tell us
Wow.
who? You have 30, you have
Wow.
5 seconds. Tell us who.
We'll read in the comments after.
Yeah, we will.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy.